Hey everyone and welcome back on channel. My name is Alex. In today's video we have the long-awaited Supertrainer tier list. We had the race day shoe tier list and the daily trainer tier list videos that published a few months ago, and today we're looking into Supertrainers. So without no further ado, let's do it. Just as a reminder, this tier list is my personal tier list based on my preferences, my opinions, and my running style, of course. If you have similar preferences to mine, then this tier list may be relevant for you. If you run completely differently, if you have different preferences, then maybe take it with a grain of salt. Also, let's quickly look into the different categories. The first category is God tier, and everything's in the title. It's the type of shoes that gods would be happy to wear. The second category is home run, and these are excellent shoes, but that did not make it to the very top of the mountain of the list. The third category is runner's high, the type of shoe that makes you feel good, makes you happy when running in it, but doesn't have anything that special about it, or at least that didn't make it to the home run category. So, you know, just that feeling of runner's high without necessarily being out of the park. The third category is runnable. Everything's in the title as well. It's basically shoes that can run but do not provide you with anything that special. The fifth category is boring, and I think, you know, the title again says everything. These are basically shoes that are just not that exciting. And finally, the sixth and last category is that even a Supertrainer? And yeah, I mean, the question is honest, and sometimes you might wonder if some shoes are actually Supertrainers. And that's a good segue. What is actually a Supertrainer? A Supertrainer is basically a training companion to a race day shoe. So it's usually that shoe that you will take for tempo runs, up-tempo sessions, threshold runs maybe, and anything that requires to pick up the pace and maintain that faster pace compared to shoes that below them, daily trainers, all-rounders, are more suited for easy endurance paces. So typically Supertrainers have a super foam and most of the time a stiffening element. They also often come with a higher stack height in the heel, again to protect your legs in those more demanding sessions. And with that out of the way, let's go into the list. The list is ordered alphabetically, and some brands have multiple shoes. The first one being Adidas with the Boston 12, which for me is a home run. It's a shoe that can do many different things. The fit is actually quite good, and I believe that it is one of the most highly regarded Supertrainers, maybe even the OG Supertrainer if you consider the Boston lineup as a whole. Adidas Prime X2. This for me is a runner's high. It doesn't go any higher because I think it actually has quite a limited amount of applications. You can do, you know, longer runs, harder sessions in this shoe, but compared to other shoes in this tier list, I don't think it's actually that versatile and that capable. It's a very good shoe. It's a fun shoe, but fun doesn't mean great. And, you know, sometimes greatness has a bit less fun in it, but a bit more reliability, which the Prime X2, in my opinion, doesn't have. Adidas Adistar BYD. This for me is a runner's high. Again, Adidas ranking one shoe in the home run category and two shoes in the runner's high category, which is a good job. The BYD, the Adistar BYD, is that shoe released in June of 2024 that has a plate, a full-length plate, and a bit of Light Strike Pro as well, so the premium foam. It feels like a bit more sluggish compared to the Boston 12. However, it is also a bit more protective and will help you for longer runs. I had a lot of fun running in this shoe, and it deserves to be in the runner's high category. ASICS Superblast 2. This is a God tier. And if you are looking for more explanations as why this is a God tier shoe, just check the review, the full-length review of the Superblast 2, which is on the channel. This shoe is absolutely perfect in many aspects. It's a shoe that you can do many different things with. You can take it for a whole week of vacation or, you know, business trip, whatever the case may be, and be very happy with your choice. I also think the Superblast 2 is one of the favorites out there for many runners, and it really deserves to be a God tier shoe. ASICS Magic Speed 4. I'm kind of tempted to put it in two different categories, and it will end up in the runnable category. I've had some good sessions in the Magic Speed 4, but I also think that it is so far away from what it could be. It has a huge potential, but ASICS doesn't seem to really put that much efforts into making it that very, very respectable up-tempo shoe. I like it, but at the same time, it's not up there with some of the best super trainers. So Magic Speed 4, runnable. Brooks Hyperion Max 2, and we have again a runnable shoe here. Compared to other Brooks shoes, the Hyperion Max 2 is very, very comfortable, and many Brooks shoes share that excellent fit, excellent comfort. The Hyperion Max 2 also offers a reliable experience, but it doesn't bring any very particular excitement or, you know, sparkles in my eyes when I'm running in this shoe. Again, I've had some good runs in it, and it's definitely not a bad shoe. It's not boring, it's just a runnable shoe. Diadora Frequenza, and the Frequenza is a special animal because some people out there will really like it. It's super soft, super wild, and you will find something similar to the OG New Balance Rebel V2, the super funky, crazy Rebel from 2021. However, for me, my taste, my preferences, the Frequenza is a bit too soft, a bit too plush. It takes a bit too much energy out of my running, and therefore, for me, it's again a runnable shoe. It's not boring because it's definitely not boring, but it doesn't deserve to go any higher based on my tastes. HOKA Mach 6, and you have two different Mach shoes in this video, the Mach 6 and the Mach X2. The Mach 6 I feel doesn't really belong here. I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a hard time to determine whether I'm gonna put it here or not. And the reason is simple, it's not a super trainer. The Mach 6 is a lower to the ground, non-plated, without any stiffening element type of shoe. And therefore it could have been almost in a separate video with the likes of the Adios X, Adios 8, sorry, Silo Roads and others. But hey, it is here because it was also requested from you, and the Mach 6 is a god tier shoe. There's no doubt this is probably the shoe of the year or one of the shoes of the year. It offers a springy, energetic ride, and it just belongs in the god tier. HOKA Mach X2, and there's no surprise here. It's again a god tier shoe. HOKA ranking their two shoes in this video in the god tier category. Good job, HOKA. I have no words for the Mach X2. It's just that perfect training companion to a race day shoe. Not necessarily to HOKA race day shoes, because I would probably pair it with another race day shoe if I had to build that ideal rotation. But the Mach X2 is fun, reliable, it saves your legs, it's energetic, it's the fit is good. There's not much to complain about. So yeah, god tier. KIPRUN KD 900. It's a funny shoe. That donut shoe, that donut shape in the heel is really, really special and different. I think I'm gonna put it in the runner's high category, so the third tier. The fit is, like for many KIPRUN shoes, not ideal, mostly because of the upper material. There is that tag issue always with KIPRUN shoes, and it doesn't belong any higher, but at the same time, it shouldn't be any lower. So yeah, runner's high, KIPRUN KD 900s. Mizuno Rebellion Flash. I did not like the Rebellion Flash. It just didn't work for me. I've had a hard time figuring out how to rank it, where to put it. I know there's the Rebellion Flash too, but I haven't had a chance to test it. Rebellion Flash, boring. New Balance SC Trainer V3, and out of many excellent shoes that New Balance released this year and the past year, more V5, Balus, and many more, there's just one that I think is not a huge success, and that's the SC Trainer V3. If I had to rank the SC Trainer V2, SC Trainer V1, it would have been higher in this list, but the SC Trainer V3 is just runnable. New Balance Rebel V4, again, it's a bit like with the Mach 6, I'm not sure it belongs here, but at the same time, where should I put it if not here? Rebel V4 for me is a home run. I had also a hard time to figure out if it was a home run or a runner's high, but I think it's a home run. Many people will agree with me, I believe. It offers with a very natural ride, a bit less chunky, a bit less heavy compared to some other super trainers, coming around 235 grams in my size US 11. Rebel V4, it's up there, home run. Nike Zoomfly 5, I do not like the Zoomfly 5, and it should be in the last category. Is that even a super trainer? Nike Pegasus Plus. Well, Pegasus Plus is interesting because it reminds me of the Pegasus Turbo, which is one of my all-time favorite shoes. At the same time, now with 6 years after the release of the Pegasus Turbo, the Pegasus Plus feels like a less modern shoe. It has a very close to the ground forefoot. That 10 millimeters drop also make it run a bit more traditional, old school type of ride experiences. And for me, it's therefore a boring shoe. On Cloudmonster Hyper, I had immense hopes for the Cloudmonster Hyper in 2024. And unfortunately, the Cloudmonster Hyper did not meet my expectations. It's a good shoe. It's a shoe that will work for people with wider feet, with people who are maybe a bit heavier and can compress that foam. The PUMA in the forefoot is protective, but doesn't offer that much of a squish, of a comfort in the forefoot. And for me, it's a runnable shoe. PUMA Deviate 3. I was a huge fan of the Deviate Nitro 2. The Deviate 3 is a bit more consensual and it's a home run. It's an excellent shoe. I have no huge gripes, but when I'm seeing the shoes who are in the God tier, the PUMA Deviate 3 just doesn't belong there, and therefore it's a home run. The Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 is really that Supertrainer by excellence. It's the DNA of a Supertrainer is really matching with the Endorphin Speed 4 ethos, and I think if I had to describe what a Supertrainer is, I would probably take as a reference the Endorphin Speed 4 or maybe the Superblast 2, but one of these shoes to explain to someone who doesn't know about Supertrainer what it is. Anyways, I think the Endorphin Speed 4 is a good shoe. It's just not my favorite shoe and it's only a runner's high. I know this will probably lead to many comments of people saying, yeah, this is a God tier shoe, whatever. And I'm 100% with you. For some people, it is certainly a God tier shoe. If you want to go in the comments and let me know why my tier list is wrong, that's absolutely fine. I actually look forward to it and I want to discuss with you and hear from you how you would rank shoes. But for me, it's only a runner's high. Saucony Kinvara Pro, and this is just like the Zoom Fly 5. I do not understand the Kinvara Pro. It has never worked for me. I know some people love it, but for me, it's the last category. Is that even a Supertrainer? And here we are. This is my Supertrainer tier list. If you want to let me know your preferences, your ranking suggestions, go in the comment section and just leave a comment. Like this video if you enjoy it, it helps the channel. Subscribe, of course, if you want to see more of these videos. Many of you watching are not subscribers and we would like you to subscribe just because we're having fun here and discussing, running, all things, shoes, events, races, and more. Thanks a lot for watching. There is a daily trainer tier list video right here. And most importantly, enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits. I will see you in the next one.